On 2nd and 2, Allworth coming motion right. This is Garrison trying to cut back. He fumbles the football. Freddie Dryer has the football. 89 of the Giants with the football. And how about this for an exhibition? That is the 4th Dallas fumble.
Well, hello! Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. And welcome to the Gridiron. And before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone out there who's been watching my videos. Thank you. If you can maybe give this video a thumbs up or possibly leave a comment below or maybe even share this video, it would mean so much to me. Anyway, just thank you so much for just taking time out of your day to check out this video. Thank you. Well, the tight end class. Well, there's no question that the New York Giants, right, they got 4 of them. 4 tight ends on their roster, right? You got Jake Hausman, Chris Myrick, Bryson John, and Ricky Seals-Jones, all right? Between those 4 guys, they have a combined 93 receptions total between all 4 of them. And we just added 90 of them with Ricky Seals-Jones. So before we added Ricky Seals-Jones, all right, we had 3. Chris Myrick had 3 receptions last year. On the bright side, out of all 3 of his receptions, 1 went for a touchdown, the other 2 went for first down. So you got to give the guy a little thumbs up there. However, between Jake Hausman, Chris Myrick, and Bryson John, they got 3 receptions between them. I mean, oh my God, we're in frickin' trouble. Then we added Ricky Seals-Jones, all right, but I think it's the Giants' 5th team in 6 years. I mean, you know, there's a reason why. Okay, I'm not saying the guy's horrible or nothing. You know, he had 30 catches, I think, 2 times, and so, right. And now, he does have a, as of right now, anyway, he's the main show. He's the big Kahuna. Okay, until hopefully, possibly the draft. All right, but just to go to show you, I mean, between now the 4 tight ends that the Giants have. In all their career, they got 93 receptions, right? Last season, Travis Kelce. Now, I'm not saying anybody's a Travis Kelce on the Giants. I'm not saying we're going to draft Travis Kelce or nothing. I'm just saying last year, Travis Kelce, by himself, the 1 year with the Chiefs, had 92 receptions. And the Giants combined, all 4 of them have 93. All right, so, the guys we just, Caden Smith, Kyle Rudolph, Evan Ingram, the big 3. Not the big 3, but those are the 3 guys that pretty much suited up every game last year for us. All gone. So, we need a tight end in the worst way, right? Now, and the thing is that if we're trying to help out Daniel Jones, all right, we could really use obviously a good tight end, all right. Probably for the Giants, it's going to have to be the 3rd round. That's probably kind of what we're looking at here. I mean, there's no Kyle Pitts in this draft as far as, unbelievable, talent receiving-wise. There's no Kyle Pitts. All right, none of these tight ends are going in the 1st round. All right. There are different types of tight ends. It's kind of like, ice cream. Pick your flavor. Well, what do you want? You need somebody who's a good blocker who can maybe catch some passes. You want somebody who's just maybe more dynamic in the passing game, but don't line them up. Like an Evan Ingram kind of thing. He's a kind of a liability if you got to put him in there. To try to block somebody. So there's some different flavors out here, right? Now for the Giants anyway, the problem is that the first tight end might go like maybe like what I'm going to go over here from PFF. All right, Trey McBride. All right, he's on a lot of guys, not everybody, but a lot of there's Isaiah Likely. Some people like him more, but I mean, as far as tight ends, maybe middle to late 2nd round. Somewhere around there, somewhere around maybe, I don't know, 40 to 50, 45 to 50, somewhere around there. Maybe the first tight end might go. All right, this is what I'm just with podcasts and reading stories and listening to videos and stuff like that and all. That's the kind of the feeling I'm kind of getting here. Okay, they have here, PFF has Trey McBride possibly going. Let me see. I think it's the second round. Yeah, they have him possibly going in the second round. All right, but not the first couple picks in the second round. So the thing is, for the Giants, if they were targeting Trey McBride, they would have to probably trade up to get him. All right. So I mean, that's probably not going to wind up happening. So I mean, if they're going to get a tight end, one of their third round picks, or maybe their fourth round pick would, is where they would want to go, because I mean, some of these guys, I mean, they're all horrible or anything like that, but I mean, some of them are just kind of, I mean, they got some nice stats and all, but as I said, the first one, as I said, is Trey McBride. All right, he's 6'4", 260 from Colorado State, and I put up some very good numbers. All right, but he's the quality of talent that he was going up against wasn't always superior. He wasn't playing the SEC. Right? He wasn't playing Alabama and Georgia. All right, that wasn't happening. So, all right, so we got to keep some of that in mind. McBride put up an all-time season for the tight end position in 12 games. He racked up 1,125 yards on 91 catches, which was over a third of Colorado State's passing yards this season. Okay. Everyone knew the ball was coming his way, and he still dominated. Okay. So, I mean, Trey McBride, as far as receiving, can that translate, will he be that superior in the NFL game when everybody's better and faster? We'll have to wait and see. His stats, I want to say his drop rate is only 3.2%. Okay, so that's pretty good. His run blocking grade is a 69.3. His receiving grade was a 95, so he has some very good hands. So, all right, but he might be he might go past the Giants in the second round. The Giants might draft somebody, and then mid to late second round he might wind up going. If he's there in the third round, early third round, that might be somebody the Giants might want to jump on. But Trey McBride, most people, he's like the first guy on the board. Now then the PFF's got like 12 or 13 guys, like the ranked guys from maybe from 100 to 200. So anywhere from like the third to fifth round, they got like 12 or 13 tight ends. So they get, the next one they got is Greg Dulcich from UCLA. Now he's 6'3", 245. It says he was a former walk-on who's one of the best all-around athletes for a tight end in the draft. He's an ascending player who has matured by leaps and bounds physically since he got to UCLA. Okay, he's a walk-on. He could use some training and all that and everything, but apparently his run blocking grade's a 52.9, so he certainly could get better at that. All right. His receiving grade's a 72.5. He had 42 catches last year. Nothing super spectacular. I mean, just a nice tight end. But they have him as the second ranked tight end according to PFF. All right. A lot of people got the next guy, Isaiah Likely, as the second, if not the first. But he's from Coastal Carolina. Okay. Once again, the competition he was going up against, was not the best. His overall grade is a 93.3, which he's the second highest graded tight end in the country. Okay, he's a 93.3, and Trey McBride was number one. He's a 94.8. All right, so but Isaiah Likely, all right, 6'4", 240. Likely just has to get bigger and stronger. He can be a difference maker if he maintains his athleticism, but he needs to put on about 15 more pounds. But if he can maintain his athleticism with about another 15, make him about 255, maybe 260, if he can keep that athleticism, he's somebody. I mean, that's possibly, they have him possibly going. They say the 5th round. I doubt that. I really doubt that. I don't know. But likely he's one heck of a natural receiver. He attacks the ball so well in the air, and he can create on his own after the catch. All right. He's not quite dynamic enough to pass as a receiver. Okay, and he's not big enough to be respected as a tight end. He's a move tight end in a league that doesn't use them anymore. You know what I mean? So he has to get better with his run blocking. You know, he has to get bigger. He has to get stronger. You know, his run block grade's a 75. Okay, he just needs to get a little bit bigger. But I mean, you know, if he gets get a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, he might certainly be somebody to take. I don't see him going in the 5th round by any stretch of the imagination. Then we got Grant Calcaterra from SMU. All right, he's 6'5", 247. All right, they don't have much on him. His run blocking grade's a 48.5. His receiving grade's a 65.2. He caught 38 passes last year, so I'm not exactly sure why he's their 4th highest ranked tight end. Jeremy Ruckert. All right, they got him next. He's from Ohio State. Okay. See, with him, okay, he's kind of the opposite of what those guys are, okay? Ruckert is a plug-and-play inline blocker, but is more of a placeholder and a difference maker in the passing game, okay? So his run block grade is a 68.3. His receiving grade is a 55.4, okay? So he was Ohio State. He caught 26 passes last year, all right? So if you got him, he can't catch passes, but he's not going to be a difference maker for you. Right? He's not elite, but if you need a blocker, this might be the guy. Okay. And they got Jeremy Ruckert. I mean, I don't know what they got. They got him going in the 4th round, possibly. All right. Then they got Cade Otton from Washington. He's 6'5", 250 pounds. They got him possibly maybe going in the 5th round. All right. He's just kind of the same thing. He wins in the running game with tight ends wearing a lot of hats, and as run blockers nowadays, Otton is perfectly suited to fill whatever role is asked of him in the run game. All right. So Cade Otton from Washington. His run blocking grade is a 68.9. His receiving grade was only a 60.6. All right, but once again, if you need somebody possibly, you need some blocking, this might be the guy. All right, and after Cade Otton, they got Jalen Waddle from Texas A&M. Okay, he's 6'5", 255, nice size. All right, Waddle is still a project in a number of ways, but he offers traits you rarely see for a man his size. Okay, they got him projected possibly to go in the 4th round. All right, Waddle wins with his loose route running ability. He can run a full route tree for the tight end position and not look out of place, which he pairs with a large catch radius. All right, Waddle isn't quite a plug and play guy. He can make an impact as a receiver to start, but you're investing in what he can be long term if you draft him. So I mean, you get him now if you can. Get somebody. If we had like a Kyle Rudolph or somebody there, which we don't anymore, but somebody can teach him the ropes. Give him a couple years or so. Hopefully he'll get better and better. He's got a nice size to him. So they got him going. Jalen Waddle possibly in the 4th round out of Texas A&M. Okay, so he's a working project, but I mean he could be somebody down the road. Jelani Woods, we got him. He's from Virginia. He's 6'7", 265. Okay. He caught 44 passes last year. All right. His drop rate's 10.2%. Not very good. His receiving grade's an 82.8. I mean, his run block grade's a 51.6. So I mean, that's what brought his overall grade's a 77.1. So that's what brought his overall grade down. But I mean, it's 6'7". I mean, it looks like he's going to drop some passes, but apparently he catches the, he can catch the ball. He can get open. Not much of a run blocker, but I mean, he's got 6'7". He's got the size, but he might be the second coming of Evan Ingram too. So I mean, we know how Evan Ingram broke our heart. So this guy might do the same thing. But I mean, Jelani Woods, Virginia. All right, they got him possibly going in the. It looks like they say here like the fourth round. So go figure. All right, then we got next one. We got Derek Deese Jr. from San Jose State. All right. He's 6'4", 235, so a little on the light side. All right, they don't have much stats on him. San Jose State Spartans. They threw the ball 83 times his way. He only caught 47 passes. For 720 yards, he had 15.3 yards per reception. His receiving grade is 79.3, but his run blocking grade 82.9. Very impressive. Now, San Jose State, I mean, they're not in the SEC, you know, I mean, so maybe the quality, their competition may not be that fantastic, okay? But 82.9 run blocking grade. That's pretty doggone good, right? And I said, I mean, he's only 235 pounds. So, I mean, imagine if he put on like 15, 20 pounds. I mean, 6'4" is a nice size. If we put on like 15, 20 pounds, which, you know, to be a decent blocker in the NFL, a tight end, oh yeah, he's going to have to put on some size. But that's possibly somebody right there. I mean, possibly the fourth or fifth round right there. Then we got two more guys I'm going to go over. One is James Mitchell from Virginia Tech. All right, he's 6'3", 255. All right, I mean, he's nothing. I don't know. Last year, he only played in 2 games. He caught 5 passes. Let's see, in 2020, he caught 24 passes. His first in 2019, he caught 21 balls. So, I mean, nothing super spectacular. You know, let's see, his run block grade's a 50. His receiving grade's a 69.6. So, you know, PFF's got him here. They got him going possibly in the 5th round. All right, but the last one I want to go over is somebody the Giants talked to, Chigoziem Okonkwo, all right, from Maryland. All right, they talked to him. I saw an article saying they talked to him. He's only 6'2" though. He's 244. All right. Now I seen him. Now he's not much in the run game. Okay. But I seen him doing like sweeps. Like the quarterback would get and he would be in motion before the snap, and quarterback hand him the ball, or just turn around and hand him the ball off as he's in motion, and he'd go around the edge and he would just take off. So he can run the ball. Looks like he had some good hands. His receiving grade is 76.7. All right. Last year he caught 51 passes. All right, he had 5 touchdowns. I mean, he had some nice hands. Did have some nice hands, all right, but his run block grade's a 49.7. His drop rate's an 8.9. You know, but I mean, as I said, I seen him run some deep routes, some obviously just some like routes almost like right out of the backfield, some short routes, and they handed the ball off to him too. So I mean, he can seem to do a little bit of everything. As I said, but he's not going to be much in the run blocking department. But I do know the Giants did talk to him. But I said, whether it's him, I said, you got like maybe 1 or 2 guys, and I mean, who knows what's going to happen in the draft. But I mean, you got a couple guys like Isaiah Likely and maybe Trey McBride, okay, that are, possibly maybe late 2nd round pick, somewhere around there. Then between like rounds like maybe 3, 4, and 5, you might have like 10, 12 tight ends go. And a lot of them is kind of like, pick your flavor. I mean, some guys can maybe a little bit better, obviously, receivers than they are blockers. Some guys are better blockers than they are receivers. Some guys are short. One guy here was 6'7". Okonkwo was 6'2". So it's kind of like pick, what flavor of ice cream do you want? But I said, I do know that Okonkwo from Maryland, the Giants had talked to him, but whoever it is, regardless, I mean, if the Giants are trying to at least help Daniel Jones out this year, okay, they really need to pick up a tight end in this draft. And if they wait to the 5th or 6th round, to pick up tight end, or if they're going to pick an undrafted free agent from college. You know what I mean? I think they're missing the boat on it. Yeah. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants.